Have you ever heard the word cash flow? Well, it's kind of a funny phrase, but it really, for most people, is just thought of to be, well, the amount of money that they have in their bank account. Well, it's so much more than that. See, there's the composition. Where's it coming from? What are your income sources? Is it giving, grants, fundraisers, other income? And what are you spending it on? Obviously, it's important to have a very solid system for tracking your expenses and reporting them by the activity that they relate to. But I want to share with you today 4 tips for effective cash flow management. The first one is consider the timing. It's very unlikely that your income or your expenses are linear, meaning that they happen the same over the 12 months. Rather, what you often see is that things are seasonal or cyclical. For example, not uncommon for a nonprofit that receives a lot of giving to fund their mission, that their largest giving month is in the month of December. So let's just imagine that your fiscal year runs from January through December. And so all year your income is low, 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 and then you hit this peak month of December. Well, if you've not budgeted for that, then throughout your fiscal year, you're feeling like you're not making it. You're cutting your spending because you're concerned about funding your mission, when in fact, your greatest giving is going to come at the end of the year. So get creative. Maybe change your fiscal year, wrap it around where December's in the middle so that your peak month is there. Change it some other way that might allow you to factor that in. But use your budgeting tools, your cash flow management tools to look at your budget in a way that says it may not be linear. Next is restricted funds. See, sometimes we all want to despise that we have all these donors that love to give to some certain causes within our mission. I shouldn't say despise, but we know that it comes with a burden of work to manage it. Well, first of all, I think there's really important work that can be done on that. I'll save that for another video, another opportunity to talk about it. But what I want to say is make sure you're spending your restricted dollars first. If the donor says, hey, I'm giving this money for a ministry outreach for, let's say youth. Well, then when you do your outreaches, spend those dollars first. Oftentimes we've budgeted for those things in our budget. So you want to make sure you're accounting for and releasing those restrictions. The third thing for today is operating reserves. See, when you think about cash flow management, you know that lean times do come. So it's very important that you have at least 3 to 6 months of operating reserves. If you're listening to this today and you're saying, I don't have any, then here's what I want to encourage you to do. Start somewhere. And each year, if you plan to put away 1 month of reserves, before you know it, you'll be up to 3 years, and then you'll get to 6 within 6 years. Obviously, there's going to be windfalls and opportunities within those times, and you can accelerate it. But get yourself an emergency fund, get an operating reserve for your nonprofit. The last one is we want to make sure in our cash flow that we are making sure that our money is fulfilling our mission. What this means is that it's really important to have good financial reports that let you measure your costs by program, and that in measuring those costs, that you're also making sure you're effectively evaluating, was there a return on the investment? Not just what did we spend on this program or this activity, but did it produce results that are in line with our mission? This is hard work. This requires an incredible amount of unbiased evaluation, but you want to do it. You want to do the good work. This may mean that you need to reallocate some funds, that you need to change the approach to your mission. And even sometimes it can mean that you may need to cut out something that's not performing. I hope these tips about cash flow management help you steward well your nonprofit's mission and accomplish what you've been called to do.